but I don't see something on that's particularly suspicious at this point. I'm going to go back to this camera from Menninger Hill. It really had the best position to look across town at this thing. So I want to see if I'm getting anything from there from now. So that's looking again at the storm from the southwest. We had the lowering a moment ago from there, but I definitely don't see it at this point. I'm kind of trying to look from the Cyrus Hotel too. I think the Cyrus Hotel is that's not what I'm looking at there. And I'm just looking at different lowerings now, just trying to find something that might be it. And I just don't see anything that's particularly suspicious out there. But again, the rotation does show up there on the radar. It's weak from what I see. It's going toward Meriden. So if you're on Meriden and Ozaki, no matter what I see on the radar here, make sure you're just taking shelter in those areas right now, please. If you're in Topeka, the risk is north of town. It is not in the city limits. It's well north of Highway 24. So Silver Lake, Rossville, if your weather radios are going off, I'm sure they are. The threat is well north of you. Wakarusa, Auburn, your weather radios are going off. I'm sure you don't have a problem there. The risk is up here near Rock Creek and Meriden. That's where the tornado threat would be, is right there. So let's go back in time here, back to 4:50. And this is where the Weather Service announced the tornado warning, right about here. And they said it was 4 miles southeast of Hoyt. So that's they're looking at. And then it starts moving to the east. So that rotation now closer to Meriden and Ozaki at this point is where this is going to be. And I'm actually going to take the radar and I want to tilt it up and see if there's anything at the higher level showing up that might be suspicious here. Again, it's a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. That doesn't mean it's on the ground, but we're going to treat these like they are, certainly. And in this case, it's Doppler radar indicated. I'm going to go up and tilt here. You can see a little more rotation at the higher levels once you get a few thousand feet higher in the atmosphere. So that's where it is. Again, Meriden over to Ozaki. You guys should be taking shelter right now. The tornado warning goes for 15 more minutes. I don't think it'll go that long. Certainly if you're in Hoyt, the rotation is well past you. As a matter of fact, if you're in Jackson County or even Shawnee County, the rotation looks like it's past those locations altogether at this point. So when they update the warning here in a few moments, almost without a doubt they'll be taking Shawnee and Jackson County out of the warning, if not dropping it altogether. I'm not sure, but they may continue it for Jefferson County, but at this point it looks like that rotation is at least getting over to Jefferson. I'm checking the updates here. Okay, don't see any updates in the Weather Service on this now. All right, so I'm waiting for an update from the Weather Service, see what they say on this thing. For now, they are still saying Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. And what I can tell you there is a few moments ago, here's an update coming in. All right, they're continuing the tornado warning. And here's the text on this. They say, tornado warning continues until 5:15 for west central Jefferson, northeast Shawnee, and southeast Jackson. And it's probably going to at least crop off some of the area. So Hoyt's out of the warning now. So when they cropped it off, they didn't take it all the way to Jefferson County like I thought they might, but still northeast Shawnee, southeast Jackson. They say at 5 p.m., capable of producing a tornado located near Meriden, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Possible debris, Meriden's included, take cover now. Okay, so that's the deal. If you're near Meriden, that's where they say the tornado would be. If there's a tornado in this, that's where it's going to be, is close to Meriden. But the warning still continues all the way to southeast Jackson and northeast Shawnee County. So putting the loop back on here, that's what you've got. It's moving toward Lake Perry. So you have friends or family that might be out at Lake Perry, if they're camping or boating or whatever. That's not a great place to be now. Even if a tornado does not make it there, I would still call them and tell them to get off the water, or take shelter in the campground or whatever, because a severe storm is certainly a dangerous situation to be in a campsite or on a boat, but this is potentially a tornado, as the Weather Service says on this. And again, I wouldn't want to be on a boat for sure in any kind of storm. Certainly, if it's got 60-mile-per-hour winds or worse, that's going to be more dangerous. So, again, this continues. The tornado warning continues for the southeast corner of Jackson, the northeast corner of Shawnee, but it's not Topeka. Topeka's not in this. down to Forbes Field, areas like Montero, you're not in it, that kind of area. Auburn, you're not in the tornado warning either. I'm listening to the little bridge here, okay? I'm just listening to what's going on. Okay, so the northeast part of Shawnee County, southeast Jackson, the western part of Jefferson County are in the tornado warning going until 5:15. I don't even see any severe storm warnings this time, other than just this tornado warning. Let's check and see if there are any. They all expiring right at 5. So again, tornado warning until 5:15 for this dude right here in the northeast part of Shawnee County. I want to see if there's any hail that's located in here at this point even. We had hail the size of golf balls coming down Highway 24 just a few minutes ago, and that storm seems to kind of spread out here, but all excitement kind of jumped over to this thing that started to spin near Hoyt heading toward Meriden. So how about this hail core that was near St. Mary's? That thing fell apart. You can see this big white area near St. Mary's a few minutes ago. Now it's just down to oranges and yellows. So that storm lost a lot of its intensity very quickly. So that big hail core coming toward Silver Lake a few minutes ago, that thing has gone away. And the hail core near Hoyt looks like that's gone away as well, as all the energy seems to be if this storm's got the tornado warning with it, that's near Meriden. So if you're in Meriden or near Ozaki or over toward Lake Perry, take shelter right now. That's where you have the potential for a tornado. And again, the tornado warning is this entire box that's right there. Now at 4:50, they had this located right about here, just about 4 miles southeast of Hoyt, moving 15 miles per hour. So the latest update from the Weather Service, they said they saw this rotation very close to Meriden. So if you're in Meriden, that's really the epicenter for you should be taking shelter at this point. All right, they say that they're going to keep it going for a few minutes here. The rotation with this is weakening, so we'll stay with it for a few more moments here, but I can tell you that the rotation that was evident on there now does appear that it has weakened somewhat. So going back in time here, back to 4:50, there you go right there. The rotation was located just about right here, just a few miles southeast of Hoyt. Then as we go forward in time, the rotation kind of makes its way over close to Meriden by 5 o'clock, and up to now, you've got that rotation getting close to Highway 4 and almost to Ozaki. But from what I'm seeing there, when this thing expires at 5:15 or sooner, they'll be dropping this thing. But they've decided to continue this tornado warning at least for now. So again, Shawnee County, southeast Jackson County, and the west central part of Jefferson County are all in this tornado warning. But if you are in Jackson or Shawnee, if you're in Topeka, for example, if you're in Topeka, this tornado warning does not include Topeka, does not include Auburn, does not include Dover, Silver Lake, Rossville. You're not in it. So, no confusion there. If you're in Mayetta or Holton or Hoyt and your weather radio is screeching at you, you have apps yelling that you're in tornado warning, you're not. It is strictly for this polygon right here. Same thing for Valley Falls. You are not in a tornado warning. Oskaloosa, Winchester, if you're hearing your weather radio or your phone is screeching telling you're in a tornado warning, you're not. It is strictly this area right here. The area of concern is really Meriden, maybe Ozaki, and then I'm worried about just a severe storm going across Lake Perry and folks that might be out there, boating, camping, or just having fun, just outdoors, and a storm moving their way. The rotation on this is not as strong as it was in the beginning, and it wasn't that super strong at all from what I saw, and I haven't seen any pictures of tornado or debris. We had our live camera on it from Menninger Hill. I didn't see it down at that point, so that was back at just about 4:50 when this thing kicked off. So most likely it's not touched down. Hopefully this is nothing. Hopefully it's just practice to practice your drill as to what to do if you did have a tornado warning. But again, around Meriden, that's where the risk is, if at all, right now. So back to the velocity mode here. Let me put that on and just see if I see anything at all. And again, the rotation started off just south of Hoyt. There it is right there, and making its way to the west central part of Jefferson County, and then moving near Meriden and Ozaki. All right, again, that's your tornado warning. So let's go back and check out the camera again one more time. I want to check out what it looks like from Menninger Hill. But I can tell you there's a significant chance here that this thing it's not going to go past 5:15, I don't think. So there's the heavy rain from this, and we do have just a downpour in many areas across, not just Shawnee County, but many counties across the area. We've had flash flooding in the north part of Riley County. We have flash flooding in the north part of Jackson County as well. So check out the Doppler radar estimates here. And we had flash flood warnings for those spots. I'm going to see if they're still in place. But the north part of Jackson County and southeast Nemaha County had just about 3 to 4 inches of rain. Okay, so it looks like Meriden sounding the sirens right now, just as FYI. So there's that Doppler radar estimate. You can see the heavy rain there near Netawaka, Circleville, Holton. Easily more than 3 inches of rain in those areas. And there's an update coming in here. What is that? All right, so we had flash flooding in the northern part of Riley County and the northern part of Jackson County. I'm seeing if they're shutting it down. All right, it will expire. Okay, they're going to let this thing go. So it's going to be canceled in the next few moments here. So right now, there is no risk of a tornado. So Bridge, you guys hear me? Tell me what you want to do here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just give a quick recap and we'll toss to Victoria and start the news. So the rotation started off a few miles southeast of Hoyt. There's no report of the tornado touching down. The tornado threat moved over Meriden, and now the storm is a severe storm. It's going to be moving across Lake Perry. Could be winds of 50 or 60 miles per hour. The hail even looks like it's gone now. But the National Weather Service is canceling this tornado warning. They don't see sufficient rotation at this point. I'm confident this thing is done for. So if we have anything else, I'll jump right back on. But right now, let's check on the Victoria and start live at 5.
All right. Well